Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're interested in how I get these into these, then keep on watching. Please ignore the state of my nails right now. They look horrendous and I'm fully aware of that, but this is what this video is going to be about. I am going to be trying out a whole new technique today, so stay tuned if you're interested to learn how you can, create some peel off nails. Perfect for if you are practicing. I am also going to be using some full covered nails. I never ever use full covered nails. I'm more of a nail tip and acrylic person, but today I'm going to be trying out this method. Let's get started. So I'm just going to do a mini prep, which is just pushing back my cuticles and cutting away my cuticles. I'm not going to roughen up the surface or anything. So obviously the first thing I'm going to do is cut my nails. You can obviously file them down if you want, but all my nails, these two broke, which is why I'm going to cut the rest of them now. I have really high hyperonychiums in the back, which is why I am slowly cutting my nails back because I don't want to catch that skin at all. Next, I'm just going to grab a nail file and I'm just going to file my nails. So when they do grow, they grow nicely. Again, when you're filing your natural nails, just make sure that you are filing in one stroke or one way. The next thing I'm going to do is do some preps. So I'm just going to, again, I'm not going to use any cuticle e-file bits. I'm just going to quickly do this with my hand. So I'm just pushing back my cuticles with an orange wood stick. It is the most gentle way to push them back. So next, all I'm going to do is grab a cuticle nipper and I'm just going to nip away all the dead cuticle. So you don't want to get rid of any of the live tissue. All I'm doing is getting rid of this really white tissue right here. That's the dead cuticle. If you were using an e-file, you would take a cuticle bit and run that along this right here and it will lift up all of the dead cuticles, which makes it a lot easier to nip away. But since I don't want these to last, I'm going to do everything the wrong way. So if you are trying to get a very long lasting set and you are wanting to know how to prep, this is not the video for you. I will very soon film a video on how I prep my nails, and my nails on my clients as well as myself do last over a month if we have to make them last, but obviously I don't recommend making them last that long. But we just want nice cuticles for the sake of this video, just so it looks good. I'm just going to go ahead and do this on all of my nails as well as on the other hand, and I will be back. Alright, so for my nails, I decided to go with the Makartt nail pump ups in ballerina in extra long. I've never actually used this, so I'm really excited to see how these go. I really like the length. Again, these are super long. I've never done such long nails, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to size my nails, making sure that they fit as close as possible. I have super tiny nails, so I'm probably just going to stick with these, honestly, for them. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and I guess etch them out a little bit before I place them on my nails, just because I do want them to stick somewhat so I can shape them. So let's do that and then I will get into prepping my nails for it. So I'm just going to take an e-file and I'm just using this like ceramic cone bit just to roughen up the back. Again, like I said, this is my first time doing this, so I probably don't know what I'm doing. But I feel like I've watched so many videos on how to do this, so I should be fine. See, I'm roughening up this part. I'm also going to flip it over, and I'm going to thin out the bottom, so like where the cuticle is, just so it can be a little bit more flush to my natural cuticle. Just to thin it out, because these are quite thick. And obviously I want them to look good. I'm so sorry if you hear some background noise. I do have my heater on because it gets super cold in my nail studios. So just to survive and be able to film in here, I have to have my heater. Hopefully it's not too annoying, and hopefully it doesn't really translate too much. But if it does, super sorry. Next, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Cuticle Oil Pen. This is from OPI. You can obviously use the ones in the dropper as well. And I'm just going to coat my nails with this oil. Obviously, do not do this if you want your nails to last. I feel like I've mentioned that so many times in this video already, so hopefully you get the point that I do want to pop these off right away. So just make sure that I have my whole entire nail bed soaked in oil. I've actually never tried this method at all. I've just seen it on YouTube and other girls do it. So I hope this works. So I'm just going to base every single thing I know about this technique on the videos I've seen. Then all I'm going to do is, without wiping it or anything, I'm going to take some base coat and apply 2 coats of this and cure it. And this is probably going to get super contaminated. So all I'm going to do is grab a lint-free wipe and spray some alcohol onto it. I'm just going to keep this on the top just so once I'm done wiping it on my nail with the oil, I can just wipe it clean so I don't contaminate the rest of it. Alright, so once I have my nails prepped in their peel off base, I'm going to use the APRES Extend Gel. This is my first time using this, so hopefully it works with this method. And I'm just going to apply these into my nail tips. I'm not going to apply them on my nails, which is what you want to do anyways. You usually want to apply a thin coat of this on your natural nails, is what I meant to say. But I already have some base coat on, which is why I'm going to skip that step. I also have a small little mini LED light right here, and I'm also going to keep a small little brush on the side in case I have any gel that will seep out, because again, this is my first time doing this and I don't really have high hopes. But let's get into it. Oh, I don't even know where to start. Let's do the pinky. So I know you're supposed to grab the gel and apply a very thin layer along here, and then puddle it a little, which that didn't work. Enough for it to fit my nail. That should be good. I'm so scared. Okay. And then I'm gonna grab, I can't even see. I'm gonna grab this and, oh, I do have a lot of gel seeping out. Not as much as gel as I thought there would be, but as you can see, I need to press it down still firmly. Okay, this is really hard to do, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna grab my LED light and cure that into place. So I did flash cure it, but I clearly missed that spot. Alright, that should be good. Ooh, Ooh, that's cool. All right, I'm gonna quickly go do that to the rest of the nails and I'll be back because I think I'm going to struggle. So let's do another one together and then I will do the rest off camera. So this is my nail tip and I'm just going to grab quite a little bit right on these edged surface. Then I'm going to leave a little dollop of it for it to be enough to fill out my nail. Oh my gosh, this is so sticky. And then I'm gonna grab and this is oddly very satisfying. Put that there. I, for some reason, cannot get it well around the cuticle. Like I said, this is my first time doing this, so I might get better. Alright, so I have them all, I don't know, gelled on. I flash cured them and then I went ahead and put it in my big lamp just to further cure them and make them more secure. This is actually the longest I've ever had my nails, and I'm kind of in love with it, and I don't really want to cut them too short. But as you can see, of course, these are pre-made tips, so they're not going to fit everyone's nails completely. I'm going to have to do quite a lot of filing on the sides to make sure that they fit. Also, for some reason, I wasn't able to get them super flush to my cuticle, even though I tried to file them so they would be. So I'm not too sure if it's because of these tips that don't fit me well, or it's just because I don't know how to do this. But I have done this technique with acrylic with the APRES tips and it wasn't really a problem, so I'm not too sure what went wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and file them first, making sure that I take the nub off. Also be careful because again, we do have that slippery layer underneath, so they're probably not secured like good. So I'm just gonna hold them and quickly shape them, and then I will be back. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a drill bit as well along the cuticle and try to get them as flush as I can because these are hideous right now. So I'll be back. Alright, so for the design for these nails, I do want to do a 3D snake, and I'm going to use some of these 4D carving gels that I got from AliExpress. I did include them in my AliExpress haul not too long ago, so I'm not too sure which one I want to use, either the black one or the white one, because I'm not too sure what base I want to do. I also do want to incorporate maybe some snake print foils, but let's see where we get into doing. So let's get right into it. So I think I do want to paint the base white, and oh my goodness, these are so long. I've never had my nails this long, which is why it's such a big shock to me, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna paint this one white first and carve out the snake onto it. So let's get into that. So I'm just using this white polish. I love it because it's super pigmented. So use any polish that you would want to use, of course. So let's do this on, I think the middle finger. I think I do want the snake to be on the middle finger. So I'm just going to get right into the cuticle and paint. I've never had, like I said, my nails this long, so this is going to take some getting used to because I don't really know how to paint such a long nails. In my whole career of being a nail tech, I've only done super long nails once, and I really enjoyed them, but I know for a fact that they are just not practical for myself to wear all the time. So props to all of the girls who wear super long nails like this on a daily basis, because I know I could not ever do that. So that's the one coat. As you can see, you can kind of actually see the ledge, but I'm hoping after like a couple coats you might not be able to. Let me just try to see if I can fill it in with some polish. So I actually just went ahead and painted the rest of my nails. Oh my goodness, let me tell you, this is the worst job I've ever done, but they were so difficult to paint because they actually weren't too flush to the cuticle, which is why it was so difficult for me to paint them. But we'll fix that up maybe with some gems or something. But this is the one I want to do the snake, 3D snake on, and I did go ahead and top cure all of them, but oh my god, let's just ignore them, they look so bad. But let me show you really quickly of how I'm going to do the 3D snake. And I'm going to grab the 4D carving gel from AliExpress. It looks like that. I also have a little dampen dish right here with some alcohol in it. And then I'm also going to have and use a small little brush just so I can mold it to where I need it to go. So this you do need to use with alcohol so it doesn't really stick everywhere because it is really sticky. And I'm just going to grab a dotting tool like this, and I'm going to pick up some of that. Yeah, you can see it's pretty thick. It's like a carving gel. It's like Play-Doh. You can also then grab some alcohol like that, and I'm just going to dab it around, and so I can roll it a lot easier. And as you can see, I am just going to roll this up. Alright. Once I have the way I like it, I am then going to place it. So I do want a tail. I'm just going to dip some. I'm just going to wet my finger again with some of the alcohol just so it doesn't really stick. And it is a snake, so I do want the tail to be a lot more thin. So I'm just going to work that right there. And that's the shape I'm going to go for. Then you can pick it up with a brush, but I'm just going to pick it up with my hand. And I'm going to place it maybe like so. Just around the cuticle. Can see. Next is already, as you can, oh my god, I was out of frame, but it stuck to my hand there, so I'm just going to grab that brush with some alcohol and I'm going to mold it to where I want it. So that's the tail, and I'm going to cut it actually like right there. So I'm just going to use my cuticle pusher. I'm just going to cut it because I do want to do a wraparound. So yeah, that's pretty much why I did that. So instead of me wrapping the whole thing like that, I'm just going to fake it, I guess. So I'm just grabbing alcohol. And I will just smooth it up. And then for the head, I'm actually going to do the same thing I've been doing. But this time around, I am going to fold it. So you can use your dotting tool or your brush. And I'm just going to fold it like that. So then you can see it kind of has that head shape. I hate snakes, by the way. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, I honestly don't know. I just think it looks really cool. Other than that, I hate snakes with a passion. I'm gonna mold it to where I want it. Quite gimmicky when you're doing it on yourself, of course, but it's honestly not hard at all. It might look very complicated and hard, but trust me, it's really not. It just looks like it because I'm doing it on myself, but it's so easy. Since the cuticle on this one is pretty neat, but this one is not that great, I'm just going to take some gold glitter and I'm just going to place that on my nail. So hopefully that will make the cuticle look a lot cleaner. Yeah, it already does. So I'm just going to place that on my nail. I love the D&D glitters. I feel like they're amazing. And the coverage of them are so good. Definitely recommend the D&D polishes. And then to tie everything in together, I am going to take a brush. I was going to do this with, what do you call it? With some chrome, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to grab the same glitter, again, just to tie everything together, just to tie everything in. And I'm just going to use that on the snake. I'm just going to take some top coat and top coat the snake. This gel from AliExpress does dry quite matte and tack free, so you don't actually have to mattify it. I mean, top coat it. But because I did want my snake to be glossy, I'm just going to go ahead and top coat that, as well as that glitter nail. And I know it looks quite off. I'm going to try to incorporate some gold in the rest of the nails just to make it look like they all are part of the same set. So I think this is the perfect set to use some of these metal gem studs. I've never actually used these because I've never done a set that I felt like it would look good on. And I really like the diamond shape, so I might just place those on all of the other nails, as well as this raindrop. I'm not too sure. I think I might go with the diamond and place just one on each nail that is left. So let's do that, and I think it's going to tie everything in together because it just has the aesthetic, I feel like. So for that, I'm just going to use my Kara Sky Bling It On gel. And I'm just going to place a dot of that, and I'll pick these ones. So I'm just going to place a little dollop of that. Alright, so that's what they look like. I'm actually in love with them and I'm super happy with how they turned out. I'm just going to grab some cuticle oil and replenish those up and hope that they pop off, because I cannot function with such long nails. Trust. Alright everyone, so that concludes this video. I am so proud of how they turned out, as like I said, these are the longest nails I have ever done, and I'm hoping they do pop off quite easily. I will update you guys on that. If you did enjoy this video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, while you're at it, please do not forget to subscribe. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!